Guru Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So actually last week it was the appearance of Vrindavan last time, but we forgot to celebrate that day. So I thought today we would look at the life and times of Vrindavan Das Thakur. So we wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Krishna and Krishna Balaram, Gaunita, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, assembled Vaishnavas. So we can get the blessings of this wonderful personality. So who is Vrindavan Das Thakur? He's regarded to be incarnation of Srila Vyasadeva. So in Vyasadeva, he appears in Dwapar Yuga. In fact, he's still present in this world. But his incarnation is regarded to be in Kali Yuga, Vrindavan Das Thakur. So Vrindavan Das Thakur appeared as the son of Narayani and Vaikuntanath Vipra in 1507, 4 years after Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Narayani is the niece of Shivas Thakur, one of the Panchatattva. Narayani is Kalimbika in Krishna Lila. And Kalimbika is one of the nurses in Krishna Lila. So these are devotees who've actually appeared from the spiritual world. So this is the Panchatattva, 5 of them. And there's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Shivas Thakur. And in Krishna Lila, these personalities, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, Nityananda is Balaram, Advaita is Mahavishnu, and also Shiva, Lord Shiva. Gadadhar is Radharani, and Shivas Thakur is Narad Muni. And out of these 3 are we consider to be Vishnu Tattva. So they are part of the Supreme Godhead. Now Narayani, she received a lot of mercy from Mahaprabhu when she lived in the house of Shivas Thakur as a small girl. She would always be blessed with Mahaprabhu's remnants, the leftovers after he had eaten. And once on Mahaprabhu's instruction, she danced and called out to Krishna in ecstasy at the age of 4. That's the mother of Vrindavan Das Thakur. So Vrindavan Das Thakur's father, he passed away when he was very young, while actually, no, sorry, he was still in the womb of his mother. So then the wife of Shivas Thakur, Malini, she brought Narayani and Vrindavan Das Thakur to her house, to her father's house, Vasudev Dutt's home in Mamgachi, where Vrindavan Das Thakur was raised with great love and affection and was cared for as a valuable gem. Mamgachi is in Modadrum Dweep, one of the 9 islands in Navadvip. Thereafter, at the tender age of 16, he took shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and is said to be the last disciple accepted by Nityananda Prabhu. So that's interesting. So once, having set off from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri, they were passing Danur. There, Ramahari Chakravarti served the devotees prashadam happily. After taking prashad, Nityananda Prabhu asked his servitor, at that time Vrindavan Das Thakur was a young boy, Vrindavan, where is my thing? So my thing means after taking prashad, Nityananda Prabhu would take hartaki. It's a kind of fruit that is used as a mouth freshener or digestive. Vrindavan Das Thakur immediately gave it to Nityananda Prabhu. And although Nityananda Prabhu was very happy, he showed anger. Where did you get this from so quickly? So Vrindavan Das Thakur replied, Prabhu, yesterday morning you took prasad in Navadvip and a devotee gave it to me. I kept some for you because I knew you would ask for it. Now, Nityananda Prabhu, he said to Vrindavan Das Thakur, this is the householder's mood. Keeping something for tomorrow is not good for a brahmachari. It is not good for you. Better stay here, make a family, and preach here. So in that way, Nityananda Prabhu, he requested Vrindavan Das Thakur to stay in that village and increase his preaching. Vrindavan Das Thakur stayed in Denur. He installed deities of Nityananda Prabhu and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and he served there. So these are the deities in Denur. Gaur Nitai, and then there's also Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Radha Krishna. From an early age, Vrindavan Das was recognized as a great writer. And in 1535, he wrote the Chaitanya Bhagavat, a biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Chaitanya Bhagavat is a scripture which is very popular in Bengal. Initially, the Chaitanya Bhagavat was named Chaitanya Mangal. However, the poet Lochan Das also wrote a work with this title. Therefore, the leading Vaishnavas in Vrindavan decided that Vrindavan Das's book would be known as Chaitanya Bhagavat. And Lochan Das, his book will be remaining as Chaitanya Mangal. So this Chaitanya Bhagavat was used a lot by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he would ask the devotees to distribute this book. And it's mainly, there's not too much philosophy in it, unlike the Chaitanya Charitamrita, quite a lot of philosophy. So Chaitanya Bhagavat is mainly the early pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and very attractive, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati would get the devotees to distribute this book because he wanted people to become attached to the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vrindavan Das became so absorbed in the description of Nityananda Prabhu's Leela that he did not elaborately relate all of Mahaprabhu's activities, only summarizing them in abbreviated form. Krishna Das Kaviraj then elaborated on these undescribed activities in his Chaitanya Charitamrita. And hopefully we will try to look at this Chaitanya Charitamrita in some sort of detail in the coming weeks. So this is a verse from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 882.
Chaitanya Leela te vyasa Vrindavan dasa Tanra kripa vinanye nahaya prakasha. Translation: Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur is the authorized writer on the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Without his mercy, therefore, one cannot describe these pastimes.
Yeah, and this bit here, Vyas, is interesting. Vyas. So why was there another biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Scholars have written several biographical works on the life of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's the Chaitanya Charit by Murari Gupta, Chaitanya Mangal by Lochan Goswami, Bhagavat, Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur, who was considered the principal authority in Chaitanya's life. So Vrindavan Das hadn't covered the later pastimes of Mahaprabhu, and this devotee requested Krishna Das Kaviraj to write. He was a disciple of, so Krishna Das Kaviraj, he was the disciple of Raghunath Das Goswami, a confidential follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Raghunath Das Goswami had heard, memorized all of the activities of Mahaprabhu, and he has told to him by Swarup Damodar Das. Therefore, Krishna Das Kaviraj wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Lord himself. His very close servant, his secretary, was Swarup Damodar, whose disciple was Raghunath Das Goswami, whose disciple was Krishna Das Swami, Krishna Das Kaviraj. So in this way, the knowledge of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed down the different guru disciple. And then Krishna Das Kaviraj, he wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is a very, very nice book, which we will try to. Srila Prabhupada kindly translated Chaitanya Charitamrita from Bengali to English. And Krishnadas Kaviraj also glorifies Vrindavan Das Thakur a lot. Vrindavan Das Thakur, he accompanied Janava Devi, the wife of Nityananda, to Keturi Gaura Purnima festival. Vrindavan Das Thakur also authored many bhajans. So, Karuna, looks like Vrindavan Das Thakur could be on the menu as well. Menu of singing bhajans. And today is his last week was his appearance, and his disappearance day is in, we've already celebrated that in April. He lived for over 80 years. Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Any questions, any comments? Okay, thank you so much. Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai.